This is Kathy speaking, and thank you so much for joining us here on the Messenger. It's Tuesday, the 2nd of June of 2026 as we're doing this. It is a little bit later than the usual upload. No particular reason, just things that had to be done. I hope you're all doing well, and we've had a long weekend here in Greece, and everyone's back at work now. The weather is really, really warm. I mean, I've got the fan actually next to me, so you could probably hear it a little bit. I've got it on low. How's the weather in your country? Looking at the astrology, because we do read the messages, we read the energies through this reading, this Tuesday upload. Of course, members get it first, and then the public does. They get it a little bit earlier than everyone here at YouTube, so who's not a member. Thank you so much to the members for their support. A big thank you to our patrons. Now, what's going on in the astrology? Mercury's just stepped into Cancer. So Mercury is the way we communicate, right? There should be, or the way we think. Cancer is an emotional water sign. So there should be more connection with people that you call your tribe, right? Because Cancer is the natural fourth house. Communication should be much more sensitive, more emotional, more about our feelings. We'll be talking about how we feel, right? And Mercury is going to retrograde at the end of the month of June. So happy June, happy birthday if you're celebrating your birthday. And, well, the month astrology for June is up on Patreon. So if you're not a Patreon, on tier 3, if you want the analysis, it's a 3-hour video. We actually show you the chart for 3 whole hours and explain the energies and the astrology. So what's going on? There's a lot that's going on in June. And we've got some beautiful energies as Venus is coming up to Jupiter in Cancer as well. Mercury's there now as well. And Mercury being in Cancer, remember Mercury is the ruling planet of Gemini, and it is still the Gemini season, so it's got a lot to do with communication. Siblings, neighbors, our friends, people in your close environment. This is us getting more active, more proactive as the sun is transiting through Gemini. But the connections that we have will be more we'll be talking more about emotions, feelings, and there's more get-together, there's more family orientation with Mercury there. Some of you could also, I mean, this is movement, Mercury is going to bring change, because Mercury is about moving. The 4th house is our house, so some of you could be moving house as well. Now, the moon is transiting through Capricorn. So Capricorn is a Saturn-ruled sign, so it's all about trying to climb the ladder, whatever we're trying to succeed or accomplish. Spirit is saying keep going. There's emotional maturity. Even though the sun is in Gemini, and we need to we may be feeling a little bit more playful, communicative, curious. The moon through Capricorn, that will be opposing, of course, Jupiter and Venus, and Mercury has opposed Mercury already, is saying that we need to be more emotionally mature and keep climbing that ladder. What is it that we're trying to accomplish? What are our highest ideals? Right? So emotional maturity is asked for, and patience. Let's see what's going on. What are the messages coming through? We'll be taking the Mythic Oracle here to see what the gods say. Let's see, what is the Karma Dharma at this time? Thank you, Spirit, for your guidance and your support. Temperance. So we were just talking about patience, right? This is a card of Sagittarius, and we just had a full moon a couple of days ago in the sign of Sagittarius. That was the blue full moon, 2nd consecutive full moon in Sagittarius. Now, Temperance is talking about patience, is talking about balance and healing that is necessary. Something is being changed. Something alchemical is going on. So maybe there's been a lack of balance. Remember, temperance comes after the death card, which is Scorpio. So this full moon happened on Antares, which is the royal fixed star, and Antares is the heart of the Scorpion, yeah, in the constellation of Scorpio. So something needs to be left behind or is being left behind. Doesn't mean it's happened already for everyone. It could be playing out the next 6 months. Something toxic that we're releasing so we could find our footing, find our balance. Spirit is saying be patient, all in divine timing. Let's see what's going on. Thank you, Spirit. What's going on in the ethers and how we're affected here down on this 3D plane. Let's see what's going on. And we've got the Seven of Swords, so there's been some sort of tactics, some sort of lies, deception, sneakiness. The Seven of Swords, right? We see the fox here as well. So someone's trying to be more intelligent. Someone's trying to get away with something or fix something. This is about communication. It's either a lack thereof or communication not being totally truthful. Someone's trying to be very smart, trying to manage a situation. And what's that all about? What is the challenge, I want to say? What is the challenge here? We've got the Sun. So someone's being quite secretive, obviously. Now, these could be lies, deception, or any tactics relative to someone's truth. Maybe because, and this could also say that someone's getting caught out, or there's going to be clarity and some information that's coming in that's been hidden from you. Maybe because of someone's inability to feel confident to share what's been going on with, I don't know, in their personal lives, what's been going on, generally speaking, about some sort of situation maybe that they were in. Because the Sun, right, the Sun is clarity, it's the heart, it's the spirit, right, it's confidence. Here someone did not have the confidence to tell you something smack bang in your face, and they've been hiding it from you. It could have to do with someone's reputation, wounding of their reputation, or maybe some complexes or fears about being totally truthful. It could be a wounding to their ego, make them look less, not as important and not as strong in your eyes. So this is something that may be coming to light. Remember, my dear friends, Uranus is in Gemini, the second degree of Gemini, and is going to be in a challenging aspect with the nodes of the moon. So the south node in Virgo, north node in Pisces. And Uranus could be something that happens very unexpectedly, right? Quite surprisingly. It could be a breakthrough, or it could be a breakup if someone gets caught out cheating, lying, because the Sun being in the challenge is that some truths may be hard to fathom, to stomach, to hear. So we could have some shocking turns and surprising changes. Remember, Uranus is breakthrough. It is information. It's in Gemini. It's downloads. It's understanding, right? It's the ingenious mind. Someone gets to pull something off in broad daylight. This could be, some of you could be saying, this was right in my face. How come I couldn't see it? Nevertheless, the Seven of Swords is the thief. It looks like someone's getting caught out here. Now, he's carrying the 5 swords, and 5s do speak to changes. Swords speak to perception, communication or a lack thereof. It's words as well, information. But there's, the fox is very intelligent. Now, someone may have been very cautious or very cunning. Someone gets caught out here, nevertheless. There's clarity, and this is going to bring a surprise factor. Let's see. We've got a very strong Leo energy here. Crowning is the Five of Cups. Where are we coming from? We've got the World card. Some of you could be dealing with a foreigner. Could be, because the World card is, it could speak to foreigners, people that are at a foreign distant lands. They're not in your and around you. They're at a distance, and therefore it's very easy to be, the wool to be pulled over your eyes. We've got Temperance there as well. Someone's been very patient for something to close up, a life cycle, something to come full circle. Remember, we had a second full moon this month, well, in the month of May. We're in June now. But we had two full moons. On the 1st of May, a full moon in Scorpio, and then on the 31st of May, a full moon in Sagittarius. So something, and this is something that doesn't happen very often, right? A blue moon means it's a rare lunation. So something's going to be revealed, even though it may not be something that's easy, as I said, to hear. But the sun also speaks to clarity, healing. Maybe someone's been very secretive because they've been going through a difficult ending, something going on in their life, which they've got mixed feelings about, mixed emotions. Mercury entering Cancer could be someone. Cancer is a cardinal water sign, so it's action, new beginnings. Remember, Mercury's passed over that 0 degree of the world axis, which is very significant collectively as well. Now, something to do with a home, something to do with someone's emotional or financial stability, something is completing here. Someone's reputation maybe took a blow because the sun speaks to success, recognition. It's the it could be someone that's in a powerful position, a leader. We're talking about a Leo, right? Leos are very proud individuals. But something is coming full circle, and it's meant to be, right? It's a major arcana card. It's at the foundation. We've got the 4 fixed signs here. So Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius. 5 of Cups is crowning, which says something's gone sour, something didn't go well, right, emotionally. But remember, the 2 cups are standing. He's focusing on the negative, of course, the negative emotion, something that's been lost, something that didn't go well. Recent past, we've got the Lovers. And the Lovers, of course, is a twin flame connection for me. Now, many times it could speak to choices, head over heart decision, a twin flame connection, a significant and blessed union. Gemini comes through, right? Gemini is the twins. So major arcana, it's a 6, and 6 speaks to balance. Now, we're not reading reversals in general readings, we only do in personal. But the Lovers says that there's some funny business going on here, and the 3 cups that are spilled here. This could be someone that is in hiding relative to a closure that they're going through in their life, a life cycle that's coming to a completion. Because, the World card is very similar to a marriage card. It's a card of success, right? Or 2 people that come from different parts of the world, different religion, right? The World card usually shows Venus ready to be birthed. Now, Venus, which rules Taurus and Libra, she's about relationships, she's about love, she's about finances, self-worth, values, peace, harmony, right? She's coming up to Jupiter, and Jupiter in Cancer is in a very strong, exalted position. Venus is also in a good position, and Venus in Cancer says something to do with good energies relative to our emotional state, our home. Something is coming to an ending. Why? Why is something coming to an ending? Because Venus and Jupiter are going to connect. They're closing up a major cycle. Right, as Venus is the faster moving planet, she's come up to Jupiter and she will pass Jupiter. This is happening on 9th of June, but the blessings are already coming in. Try your luck. It's a time of taking action right now. So something is completing here where someone's home, now the home could speak to emotional, financial security, some losses, someone taking some losses, but some information that's coming through. It can have to do with love. It can have to do with even business partnerships, right? A cycle is closing. Let's see. Remember, we're going to have Uranus with the nodes. The nodes of fate and destiny in a square, T-square, which means there's pressure for change, pressure for communication, truth. Uranus is in Gemini, someone to make their decision to leave the past, to go towards, leave the south node, go towards the north node. That's the collective. South node, north node, but we're all part of the collective. Let's see what the possible outcome is here. Yes, and Cancer. See, we've got a change of home. We've got someone's taking action now. Someone has made up their mind. There's no more dilemmas or adjustments. This is a major arcana card. This could be talking about the and even now for some of you, because as I said, we've got Venus, we've got Jupiter in Cancer. All right, let me show you that, and Mercury now. So here is Jupiter, here is Venus in Cancer. Venus has just passed over Sirius. Sirius, the brightest star in the sky, and Mercury's here. So here is Uranus with the squares, and this will be, we're coming up to this, so even up until Uranus with the nodes, which is fate and destiny, they will be exact around the 20th of the month of June. So the shocks, the surprises, the awe factors, the revolution, the breakthrough, the freedom, and the truths, because Uranus is the truth, is coming out. And there's change, because remember the Chariot also speaks to success and victory, but this also speaks to travel, movement. Now, whatever you're starting, do start it before the, I would say after the 20th of the month, because, okay, Mercury's coming close. Mercury is the communicator or travel, he's the traveler. He's the way we perceive and how we communicate and how we get from point A to point B. His information, he's our itinerary. If you're planning a trip, make sure that you, I would say even before the 13th, if you can, because Mercury is gonna, around the 13th, will enter his shadow zone, which is where he's going to come back to retrograde, right? He's going to retrograde end of June and into July. So whatever you're doing, if, unless it's something that you're revisiting, and we may have returns as well with Mercury retrograding through the sign of Cancer, and he's going to retrograde roughly on the same degrees that Jupiter did. So roughly the 15th until the 26th degree of Cancer. If you've got any planets or angles in the cardinal signs, Cancer, Capricorn, Libra, and Aries, around those degrees, this Mercury retrograde will be significant for you. Big changes, and you'll get uncomfortable. The cardinal signs will. Now, for water signs, it will be very positive, and for earth signs, okay? There's Venus, and there's the Empress. She's beautiful. She's very motherly. She's patient, she's nurturing, she speaks to abundance and manifestation and possible dreams coming true. This could be the seed now that's being planted, but I want to take you back to August of last year. In the Leo season, we had Venus and Jupiter again connecting in Cancer on Sirius. Very powerful connection. But something did not pan out last August. Now I believe that this new cycle of Venus and Jupiter, their connection, how they're connecting at that 25th, 26th degree. So very, very, very exciting for the water signs and the earth signs that have got planets towards the later degrees. But everyone will get something from this. Everyone. Even if you're a fire sign and they're an air sign, just don't go overboard, because Jupiter can bring too much optimism. So we've got this, a seed has been planted, maybe it will germinate, but Temperance is also saying maybe a little bit more patience. Venus also, the Temperance, she speaks to some patience, and she knows that she's worthy of the manifestation, of the dream, of the abundance. Page of Pentacles. This could be a mother and a child. This could be some good news for some of you coming from one of your children. I don't know about you. It's if you've got children or even grandchildren that are, it's exam time in the Northern Hemisphere, as school is finishing up, right? The school year. So there could be some really good news relative to good marks coming from examinations as well, because Mercury has just recently passed through Gemini. It brings a lot of intelligence, logic, and good marks, a clear mind, a clear thinking mind. Now Mercury in Cancer is going to be more emotional, more sensitive, more psychic. Sometimes now with Mercury in Cancer, maybe trust your high self more than what your emotions, okay? Because as Mercury is going to come up to Jupiter as well, there may be an overload of emotions through news, communication, emotional openings and truths that will bring us to a point of being able to overcome any obstacles. This is beautiful. But it's talking about, yes, the Cancer season, I would say. Even though there's so much, we've got 3 planets in Cancer now. So it could be happening for some of you in the now. Okay. I want to take 3 more cards and see generally what's going on generally. What's coming through more. Through using another deck, we get possible second messages, similar messages. Let's see. We've got the Page of Swords. So this is information, Gemini. News, communication. We've got 8 of Wands, which could speak to, this is Mercury in Sagittarius. Okay, maybe too much information. Or communication that's going to show you the bigger picture. Now this is 8 of Wands. These could be love messages. There we've got air and fire. Fire and air are very quick. These are Cupid's love messages, or there could be talk, possible invitation or communication about movement and travel. Could be short distance, could be long distance, because we've got Gemini, Sagittarius. Remember, the sun is transiting through Gemini and the full moon happened in Sagittarius. So mutable signs are affected especially, and mutable means transmutation and change. And we've got the Strength card. So someone's confidence is coming through. Someone's getting a little bit more confident, even though the Strength card could say that someone's really digging deep to find the strength to communicate, to change, to move, to take action. This could be also someone finding a resolution, okay? Finding a resolution to leaving the past behind and moving forward where there were stuck energies, where there were dilemmas and things like that. So I want to take one more on that Strength card. And we've got the Page of Cups, so we've got Pisces here. This can be an offer, an apology, also someone coming back, returning from the past that's coming back to apologize. Now, news, communication, yes, about students, about children. You know, these could be also information and news about someone wanting to educate themselves, something to do with higher learning, primary education, or even someone pulling something off last minute. And I feel that this can speak to the strong intelligence of Uranus in Gemini. So someone's quite witty here. Someone's pulling something off here. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. So there is Jupiter. The wheel turns, my dear friends. And remember the full moon in Sagittarius, right? A full moon. Something is coming full circle. Let's take, I want to take just some Lavera Sibilas. I want to take them on, what is this thief? Thank you, Spirit. Alegria, merriment and happiness. Someone celebrating, pulling something off. Or someone holding back about their freedom, closing up a major difficult life cycle. They've made up their mind. They're coming to the end. It's the Nine of Wands. The end of worry or heaviness. Yeah, consolantes oppressas, Six of Wands. Someone's pulling something off, and this would be the Leo energy again. Success, recognition, something happening last out of the blue. I mean, this to me is like Uranus in Gemini. Someone pulling it off, winning something. We see the money here. So this could also be a breakthrough where someone's financial situation is concerned, where they thought it could not happen. This is Venus and Jupiter. I mean, you know, what else do we need to look at? There is Venus and there is Jupiter. So what is the World card about? What's the closing up about? And we've got a home here, casa. It's the Two of Cups. So remember, the World card speaks to success, but it could also be a completion. Two of Cups is, it would be more of a new connection, two people that are on the same page. Now, if this is two people that were not on the same page, then there's a completion here. This is like the ending of something. The ending of something. I mean, the casa could also, it's the house, but it could also speak to someone successfully closing up a major deal and feeling successful at that. This could also be someone that's closing up a past, if this is love, because we've got the Lovers here. Let's take one more on that Two of Cups. We've got the Ten of Cups, Constanza, something that's not changing, and tens do speak to restarts. Cycles that are coming to an end, and it turns into the Ace of Cups, right? Let's look at the Lovers. What's that about? Whatever this deal is, or this big closure, it's something that someone wanted constantly. They always wanted this. And this could be the end of a family situation. Someone's met someone new. If this is love, let's look at the Lovers. We've got Prigione, Nine of Swords. This is someone having, you know, needing to stay in a particular situation for a little while. The Prigione means it's a Saturnian card. It's like very karmic for me, very karmic. It's like I'm in the wrong connection, I'm in the wrong relationship, or I'm in, you know, stuck under a contract, whatever that is. It's Saturn, or it's timing, or it's obligations, worries about obligations. Let's take another one. And we've got the mensajero, message. The postman is coming in. He's coming in on foot, so it's taken him a while. News is coming in, and the news is positive about those worries of the recent past. Now, this could also be someone's papers to their freedom. They've been waiting on the annulment of a contract, the release of their obligations, their restrictions, and their what they've signed up for, whatever it is. Let's take the Five of Cups. Omaggio de preziosi. This is a precious gift, and it's the Eight of Pentacles. Something to do with work, or something to do with work that's been put in, and this is Virgo. Virgo is the South Node. So through releasing the past, there come the gifts. And the gifts are going to be superb. They're going to be, this could be a spiritual connection, this could be financial, this is financial abundance, well, it's luck. What fell out here? And we've got dispiacere, displeased, and a woman crying, and then the delirante, delirious. Someone is delirious about news that's come in. It looks like the masculine is happier than what the feminine is, whatever that means for you. The delirante is someone that's done something silly and they've got regrets. It's like the Five of Cups up there. But they've got people that hold them up, people that support them. Oh my God, everyone. Did you see that now? I didn't even notice how that happened. So we've got a reunion, we've got a meeting here. That probably flipped with the recent cards. Now, this is the recent past, this is the now, this is the near future. We've got the Eight of Wands here as well. So for some of you, the return could also be in the month of July. For some, it's going to be, could even be in the Leo season. We do have the Strength card here. Mercury's going to turn direct. I would say more in July. June, July. Let's take one more. Wow, okay. To me, I get also support from family. There could also be a surprise. Someone's coming in. It could be a family member where you're very happy. Now here, there's jealousy, third parties, or even regrets and remorse. It's the Eight of Swords. And these are negative thoughts, which someone is going to overcome, I believe, because of the Chariot. And there's the disgrazia, the Seven of Swords. So this is the thief again. Someone finds a way. This can happen very suddenly, and it's got a lot to do with the mind, right? This is Uranus with the nodes. So something is going to shift. It may shift the way we think, the way someone's been seeing things, right? They felt trapped. They were negative thoughts holding themselves back from a reunion. But the intelligence comes through, and that's Uranus in Gemini. Thank you, Gemini. Thank you, Gemini. And we've got Allegrezza al Cuore, the Five of Cups as well. For many of you, this could be a third-party situation. But there's merriment and happiness. It could be two masculine, one feminine. Let's see what's going on, because I do see happiness here. We need to sort of release the past and look to the future. Everything is changing, my friends. Advantageous matrimony. This is like the Ace of Pentacles, but it's the Six of Cups as well. So this is not only an emotional, happy moment. This is also a financially affluent connection, marriage. Let's move in together. And yes, it could be a soulmate, someone that you already know. So very strong where emotions are concerned. But still there's mind games, and I feel Uranus is going to bring downloads and wow factors. Let's see what's going on in the emotional side of things. Now remember this, we've mentioned the date, we've mentioned the planetary alignments. If you're not caring about that, if you watch this at a later date, it could be significant for you. We've got abandoned, someone abandoning or having felt abandoned or is going to abandon. Shadow work. And we've got, this is like karma or dharma that's been received. This is like a stop. This is like the Sagittarius full moon for me. And there's Scorpio Sagittarius. I believe that this month of May, someone abandoned or felt abandoned or something to do with their also psychological wounds, childhood wounds. Some work has been done here. Let's take another card on received. We've got the recognition here. And it's a connection. We've got a connection here. Fate and destiny. The hand of fate and destiny is very active here, my friends. And we've got a divine masculine. Maybe that was unawakened, has awakened now. There's been solitude relative to connections, relationships here because of the divine masculine being unawakened. We see the divine feminine more in solitude, more she's turned her back as well. Possibly also at a crossroads in spring or about romance. It's getting dark now here in Greece. Let's take a message now from Spirit and see what the mythic oracle and the gods want us to know. So trust that whenever you get to see this, it should be important for you, even if you just receive one message. Maybe this has been a long-standing life cycle, because some of you have met this person a long time ago, possibly even from a past lifetime, right? 2 of Cups, 10 of Cups, you found a lot of love. Nothing was changing where your emotions were concerned, but everything needed to happen in divine timing. Let's see what is going on. Thank you, Spirit. And we've got Artemis and Purity, number 19. She's got the bow and arrow. And the bow and arrow is about what we're aiming for. Artemis is a twin, you know, her twin brother is Apollo. She helped her mother give birth to her twin brother Apollo. And she's actually, her birth was on 20th of May, and Apollo, the sun god, was born the day after, on the 21st of May. So maybe something was going on around that time. The myth, so it speaks to purity, and purity, of course, speaks to, purity brings up Virgo energy. Something about purification. Artemis is the daughter of Zeus and Leto. She is the twin sister of Apollo and carries a golden bow and arrows with her. She is the virgin goddess of the moon. Yes, she is the moon goddess. The wild, nature, women, and childbirth. Artemis is found in the wild parts of the natural realm, and she is the protector of all that is pure. She is referred to as a virgin goddess because her mind would never be owned by another. She is pure and whole within herself. So the message here is Artemis's presence in your cards today signifies the need for you to return to the wild and natural part of yourself, the part of you that can never be owned. The external world often seeks to civilize us. We learn to work and be productive members of society, but this often comes at the expense of our deeper selves. We disconnect from our raw intuition and instinct and thus become disconnected from life, acting out what we think we should do rather than trusting the deeper wisdom that comes from within. You may be feeling rather numb and tired at this time, feeling restless or that there is something missing. You may have been acting and making decisions on autopilot and feeling disconnected about what you need right now in order to restore balance. There is something missing. You You have probably been emotionally rooted in the logic of what you can, can't, should or shouldn't do, to the degree that you are no longer sure of the direction of your life. What's needed now is a shake-up of your self-imposed social constraints. And that would be Uranus. He does bring shake-ups. So you've been in self-imposed social constraints. So you've been keeping yourself back. You or the person. That's what the Eight of Swords here, the jealousy means. And jealousy means that there are other people in the picture, right? Most importantly, risk is required, whether emotional, mental, physical, spiritual, or financial. You must give up the part of yourself that is not listening to the deeper you. Only when you do that can you take the steps that will bring you back into alignment with your deeper nature and the part of you that will not be owned. This is a time for releasing external influences and obligations and seeking out the part of yourself that is natural and pure. The part of you that is connected to life and what is right for you. The part of you that is not focused on outcomes, but on the journey of life, for it is here that you will find all answers, true wisdom and joy. So see, these are the constraints relative to holding ourselves back with the prigione here. Right? Remember, this is a Saturnian card. It's in Aries. Saturn is transiting Aries, holding back the ram, the crazy ram, the instinctual ram. Well, I'm not calling Aries crazy. I've got an Aries daughter. But yeah, they do have that side where they don't think and they act. They jump in with both feet. Now, Saturn is saying slow down, so maybe the instinct has been lost. But we've got Artemis here, and she's the moon goddess. I would say trust your higher self and your intuition. And it is a number 19, which equals a 10, and 10s turn into aces. Right? Pay attention to the 19th of June. That could be a significant time. We've got some really good opportunities in the month of June. It's the month of opportunities. Do join us on Patreon. We talk about it in very little details. And I think we'll leave it there, my dear friends. I hope that this helped. I hope that this helped guide you somewhat. And I'd also like to thank you for considering downloading Mary Lou Cup app, which is our application for Android phones, which what does it consist of? Tasseography, which is a coffee cup reading, right? Tarot, you get tarot readings. It reads you the card upright and reversed, gives you a mini reading. It's like a personal reading, believe it or not. There's numerology on there, there's dream interpretation, and there's another surprise, something that we're preparing that is one of a kind. So we're trying for the App Store for iPhones as well. Fingers crossed, possibly in June, fingers crossed that we're able to offer it. I know many of you iPhone users are waiting on it. Thank you for considering downloading it, and even maybe comment, under Play Store. Go make sure you've done the update so that you could have the latest version, okay? And if you're willing to give us a good comment, let others know if you're happy with it, obviously, so that they know what it's all about. A review, a positive review would be really, really nice. Thank you so much for considering and for waiting for this reading as well. Tomorrow is the Twin Flame Soulmate Karmic Connection Love reading. So, okay, my phone is starting to get quite busy. I'll let you go. Thank you so much for waiting for this, and thank you for your love and your support. Members and also Patreons, but also those of you here on YouTube that like, share, subscribe, you comment, and you even hype the video if you can. Thank you so much, everyone. Talk to you tomorrow.